All right, I'm like, I literally, okay, I just sat down and like hit stream, so because I'm late, so forgive me for taking a minute to try to actually figure out what's going on. I haven't set up at all, like literally, so gonna have to give you a minute. But I thought I could at least entertain you with my sensual voice. Well, I do that. I'm gonna prioritize getting music set up first because it is too quiet. And this takes forever to open, so. Okay. That. I probably would, if I would have waited until I was fully set up, then yes, it probably would have been fairly accurate. See, we gotta set up this stuff. So, all right. So Tuesday, SFM stream. That's, what was it? I keep forgetting it's 3 a.m. GMT. I hate that it's so late, but what do you do with Broncos? I don't want Broncos, I want brownie. What the hell? Never had to do that before. We got 19. And DMT. And really, I guess I'm going to hit the stuff right now, because technically it is. So, alright, and that is Journal, Twitters. Yeah, I know, like, what the fuck, Broncos? I guess it is horses. It's close enough. Yeah, sorry. This normally they've been cut my hours at work, but this week alone, or this week only, I'm allowed to work my normal hours, and then I got out late, so then I had to get gas. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it home in time. Well, thank you. So I want to start out the stream. Okay, so and I want to try to do this more often so that it's not missed. If anybody has any questions, or because the reason that I do these streams is technically because I get a lot of asks for help from people, and this is my way of providing help for in mass without having to spend all of my time trying to go person by person. So if anybody has any questions at all about how I've done things, how you do certain things, as long as it's not too broad of a question, like how make animate, and even then I could kind of to a degree, but it wouldn't be like showing you an example. I would pull up a previous video and probably use that as an example. But if there's anything you want to see from past parts, or help, or questions, or examples, that's technically the purpose of this. So anybody that has any of those questions, and I gotta hit this. There we go. If you have one, let me know. Whether it's at the beginning, end, or whatever. Really, the only reason I work on stuff on the stream is because if there's no questions at the time, and a lot of people learn by example. So, yeah. How do you pony? That is. I wish I knew the answer to that question, but no, it's any questions, and that's why even watch if you're watching the recording of this. If a question does come up, you are free to put it as a comment or something, and I will try to cover it on one of the next streams if possible. I may not always respond to comments, but I do read them. Plus, I ended up grabbing like a half gallon of sweet tea, and I realized I already drank like half of it, so there probably will be a break partway through. Otherwise, like normal, I will just jump right in and working on stuff. But if questions come up, I I did a little bit on this yesterday. How loud is that? Hold on. Highlight. Actually, is my mic all the way up? Oh, most of the way up. I'll try to strike a balance here. Okay. This should be a little better. Okay, yeah it is. I adjusted this scene build a bit. But not that one. That one should be the same. I adjusted this one. I changed the camera, and then I also required that I move the entire map over a bit, as you can see. How do you make an OC model? That comes down to modeling, which I don't do too much. And actually, there's a video that you can look up here. I can link it. That covers how to do that. There's 2 different ways, complexities to it. Well, actually 3. We'll see. Eventually that'll be enough to find it. Yeah, and this by Rick. It's 2 years old, but in a way it still fits. But I know he made an old one, or new one. That's what this one is. So this one covers it. It is an hour long because I think I never actually watched it myself, but I know that a lot of other people have. And it doesn't go over the modeling. I think it goes in recompiling your own. But I would recommend watching that, or at least skimming through it. But there's 3 different ways you can do it. There's full modeling, which is your full customization, but that will require you knowledge of like Blender and all that. The step down from that is doing like a mix and match. So like, let me just pull up here. If you look at here at like my model. The hair is its own body group, separated, and the tail is separated, the wings are separated. They're all separate models, so technically you can, like, since the source files are available, you can recompile a model using assets from all these different models. So you could take a model with, like, Applejack's hair and put it on Bonbon's body, and you could redirect textures to make that work. So you can kind of make things like that, but that still requires you to know things about the source engine to recompile those. The other way below that is to use texture overrides to just kind of overlap models in SFM, which I've done on here before. But then the last way is just to retexture with a single model, but that's kind of cheap. But so it depends on the complexity you want of it, really. I will allow friendly ear nodding. There we go. Not read everything. But otherwise, when it comes to like showing how to make an OC, there's too many intricacies specific to a model that it makes it really not possible to do or to show at all. So that video that I posted is probably going to be your best way to do it. For those of the stream, this is the link up here. You can kind of read it. So otherwise, just look up this model or this video. What did I do here? Oh yeah, I changed the camera here. I had to just turn more. I think this goes a little dark, the edge here. Yeah, it does. I should probably fix that. Put this one. Move. Oh, I'm in the next shot. Yep. Probably should increase the red a bit. Make it more yellow. Ah, no. Need to go up higher. Just about. The yellow made it a little bit green, which is great. That's what the sky should be. Yes, she is the children of the sun. Oh, that's what I did. I finished off the field back here, so this is completely grassed. Only what's visible in the camera, because I don't care about the rest. I do have to add rocks and whatever, but otherwise that should be all grassy, as it should be. This, again, is just a dummy shot. That, I think I actually buffed her up, movement up a little bit. I fixed her neck because it was a little broken. Still is a little bit, but I don't care enough. And I did, I think, finish off the grass here, too. No, not all the way. I expanded, because I think last time the grass ended here, I expanded it to go further, but I do have to play with the lighting a little bit, because I don't... It's not balanced right now, so this might be a realistic lighting, but it doesn't feel realistic. I also went and added some green down here, though I think the green went a little too high up here. I got to drop it below this mountain peak so that it looked a little bit more like trees down there. I tried adding tree models, but I didn't really like how it looked, so I changed that. Plus, I moved this light down because otherwise it flickered, so I put it down so it starts the shot with the lens flare already in there, so it doesn't pop in and suddenly become bright. So that adding the grass here was what actually was time consuming, because that was a lot of grass models. Grass models. Yeah. It's not grass models. And this I just did some like splattering of green to hopefully make it work, but it went a little too high up here. So I'll fix that though. But other than that, I wanted to do more in this, but I got distracted with some other stuff, so I didn't get that done. But what I can do is try to get her animated a little bit. There's always something that goes wrong, but thank you for the vote of confidence. My favorite models to use, I'd probably say, in terms of like usability, I believe Spitfire. I gotta take a look at her though, double check. Spitfire, I really liked working with the head, but the tail is a little bit more annoying. Rainbow Dash is actually probably my favorite, not just because of best pony, ignore the hairy chest, but because the tail itself is probably the easiest to make look natural because of the messy look it already has and the extra bones it has. Just the messier hair in general makes it easier to work with personally. But like the most annoying is Fluttershy, just because her mane does not behave. Anybody with like a long mane like that, or a jiggle bone that has that many bones that's that long, almost always misbehaves. Or I like my model too. I don't use it much because it feels weird to throw myself in everything. Okay, so I need to... How is she positioned for this? Oh, actually, Doom, I do like working with the Nightmare Moon model. The main, not so much, and actually one of the main reasons I haven't used the Princess models more is because of the mains. That's actually one of the biggest complaints I've gotten in anything I've done with princesses, is the fact that the mains look as they do. But it's kind of a limitation for 3D. There are ways I know around that, but that would require so much work by people. So I've just kind of stopped working with them for a while. But Nightmare Moon is a lot of fun to work with. For pictures and stuff, you can get away with it, though. Animating, not so much. So what's her pose here? Okay, that is about what the pose in this next bit is. Is there a way to add another model's main under the enhanced edition without adding the same model? Without the source files, not really. The only way to change the main on this model is to load up another one and hide it. Really, unless you could find a way to what would you call that? Compile a model that is only of a pony's main, so you could like Mr. Potato Head the ponies. Other than that, really, there's not much else of a choice because there's no source files available. Source files would be needed to be able to recompile at least easily. I don't think all the flexes would go with it if you just cheated it. But that's kind of cool right there. About where it backs up to. So that's actually kind of a cool shot. Just almost want to do something like that. See, that's like cool on its own. I don't need to touch that. Video done. I'm just gonna keep it on this still for a while. I need to figure out her wing positions. I'm hiding them, aren't I? Yep. I don't know what would be causing you to crash with the overrides, though. Only working with the wings right now, so I'm just gonna hide everything else. Hence the reason why I have pony body. Now you can just see wings. Okay, I want to see what this looks like. I always hit the wrong button. See? You've called it out. I'm already messing up. Okay, so how do I gotta put these wings to look good? Because I don't want to make it look like they're just both spread. I want to keep them looking a little bit unique on how they're positioned. That could almost work. And the shot before doesn't really matter too much. I have not determined a focal plane for this. Why haven't I done this yet? Wow, I'm actually surprised. I backed up the camera and everything with enough to keep her in focus the whole time, or like perfectly centered. I am kind of proud of myself there. That's pretty cool. So she's in focus the whole time, even though I didn't even mean to. Not that I know of, anyway. Okay. I don't feel like this back leg Oh. Having that camera like that's confusing me. I just feel like that back leg isn't stretched enough. It doesn't feel like it's actually stretched. It just kind of feels like it's sitting there. Okay, I need to make sure I'm not going to break her leg too much like this. I think in the other leg it's not really... I'm not really feeling it with that other leg either. That's a bit better. Okay, so does it make sense more to have her leg back? Or forward? Let's do back. Actually, no, not really. I just feel like this leg should be brought down a bit. Like in. And having this leg brought up to match the foot. Not bad from that angle, but this one it should work. Alright, so she looks up there. I'm just gonna pick a point like right, say here. I don't think this has any... Well, that's the grass loop. I don't need that anymore. I'm just going to change this pose slightly. Always pushing ponies. Yes. And snapping necks too. Where's my... Okay, so I'm not gonna worry about the wings right now, and I got them positioned how I kind of want. There. So, knock that. Right, I guess broken. That's horrid. I was high dash. Undoing it doesn't help. Poor Dashy. The hell was supposed to be? I don't know anymore. I'm gonna assume so. Oh yeah, it is. And so I just need to do a slight change. It's just something for the body to go into, or position to go into, to change it from what it's currently at. What did I do? She had just turned. Here the camera stops there. It makes it feel like the whole scene stops, but it really doesn't. So I will make it... I think she needs to like shift a little bit to that side, because her weight would be shifting with the movement. So I need to lock the rest of the legs here. The left ball doesn't need to be locked because it's in the air. So just a little bit. She's going to lean a little this way then. And I will have the left shoulder, I'll have her pull her arm up a little bit more. She's shifting that way. I'll have this part of the body go down, this part go up. Okay. She'll have her head turn a bit more look that way. So I'll put it back a little bit that way. Very slight motions to just fix the movement there. Shoulder, put there. So do the previewing, like when I have it bookmarked like this. I don't even bookmark. When this, if you put the main thing here and you hold shift, it'll preview that one. So I just go do this, hold shift, just get the preview of that shot. I'm checking to see if the motion is smooth, like the foot here isn't sliding too much. So like here, when I hit shift, you can see it goes forward a little bit, which means I have to move this arm forward a little bit to match it up with the leg's other position. Too much. There we go. Too far to the side still. Okay. So the motion should match. At least the body shouldn't shift too much. A little bit here. Yep, I saw the fall. It was not the Fallout dash. It's alternate dash. It's just dash from the show. But yeah, I saw that. I haven't got rid of it on my DA so I can download it a little later. And where's my wings now? Not worrying about tail and stuff, I can do that anytime. Okay, and then a little bit after that, I want to have it like somewhere around here. To have her take a step forward. But I need this back leg to move up, which requires that she dip down to stretch because the back leg's already pretty far down. Hello. Well, yeah, that would make it would be cool to have Caroline back there, but then it would absolutely break the entire like scene because that would make zero sense for what I'm doing. So. Right now, this should probably be referencing her being like about 1,000 miles from Camelot. Alright, so step forward. Step forward, young one. So I'm going to want to get no wings, legs, body. And the legs are still locked. Because if she's going to stretch one leg to get it out here, I'm going to have to really get her down lower. Maybe not with these legs, but I need to get her lower because she's not low enough. That leg's not going to be able to stretch far enough. So this leg would be out. Actually, I'm going to... Do I have a base? No, I don't. Need a base so that I can take all those bones, paste in the base position, and unbreaks anything that might be broken. So take chest 1, turn it, that chest 2, turn like this. This chest should be turned that way a bit. The actual action of placing the or moving the leg forward, I am not worried about, because I can do that with like the swooping motion. That's not tied to any bones, so I can make that motion anytime. Neck should be turned down like this. Head turned. Actually, neck should be lower. Chest should be maybe lower too. Yeah, move the chest down a little bit. The head I'm not too worried about. I'm just more worried about the body motion. Head I could fix anytime. Okay, because of how this is positioned, that back leg should be falling behind more than the rest. So I'm going to lock the pelvis, no, chest 1. I'm going to take this, turn it with the thighs, so that that butt does lag behind a bit more. I'm going to turn up the bone. I think that would be compressing a little bit. And if anything, she could probably actually be lifting this leg up just slightly off the ground. It's starting to lift. Just went down a little bit, so this will be compressed a little bit. Okay, you gotta get rid of that sun flare. It's good in the way. No, this is. I'm having her step forward right now. I've thought about having her fly off. Okay, her head needs to go down further. Foot is still broken. But really, once it's taken off, I can fix that and put afterwards too. I don't really like how she's stretching right now. I think it should be fine once it's actually working forward, but let's keep it like that for now. So I'm gonna keep that left ball there. Left foot is not there now though. She can't be too far over that way because she would start to fall. So I'm pretty sure now that part of the body would be lower, this part of the body would be a bit higher. Sometimes I don't know, I'll just give it a shot and see what happens. I think I'm going to have her move a bit more forward. I kind of want to have her do like a stretch her chest out kind of thing. So I'm thinking I want to have the chest, the pelvis still down here, but the front of the body start lifting up. Can't see from this angle, but I think it would look better if I have it bent out a bit like that. No, actually, maybe not. Maybe bent in. Really, this foot's not going to matter too much as long as it doesn't do that and look broken. And I'm going to have this leg lift up too and position itself as after she moves. That move is a little bit of a forward motion. Still actually a little bit lower than the other one was. Thought that would be higher, but I guess not. left, 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 left. Actually, she's gonna really have to have her butt turned here. Chest one is there. This could be fun to position, right? Since all the bones are kind of in their own little order thing, this could be a little bit messy. Be a bit too bent. Butt control, yes. We need to get Dash's butt under control. Okay. I'll see if that's good for now. So this is going to be the leg pushing and landing. So I don't want to. I want to have the leg hit, but not push. So this positioned. That would be. Okay, all the same buttons are locked. Good. Forward like this. No push, just up. The leg would be coming around more that way, so I'm going to churn more that way. She's going to push it or fall a little bit that way. The butt jiggles. The butt jiggles are really weird with keyframing. It's like the when you keyframe, it's insta torque mode. I might need to put that leg up more the other direction, but I can do that in a different keyframe. I might be pushing her too far forward with this leg. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that back a bit. That's fine positioning. It might be clipping a bit too much. Oh yeah. Clipping will go unnoticed. Just gonna bring up the light a little bit more. Turn it a bit more. There. Still clipping, but better. I don't know what this is for right now. It's for whatever one's closest to getting done. Because there's technically I have 3 cons right in a row. There's Everfree, MLP, MSP, and BronyCon. Before it was I could have 2 cons done in 2 weeks, and then I could focus on BronyCon for two months, but now the timing makes it so that's not as possible. Post doesn't need to be turned that much anymore. Benefit of keyframing is the ability to tweak. do I even want to modify that? I thought that part was done, actually. Nope, that's not. Okay. Should be able to be on 2 legs at this point, so I'm going to say that she can be. What, did I miss something? I've seen the statue thing, if that's an older one. What's the deal with butts? SFW is safe for work. Yeah. I didn't realize how close those two were. Okay, so this one, all legs but the front leg are on the ground. I think I got that locked down though. Nope, I don't. Okay, wait. Thighs are going to be locked. The front body's going to be slightly turned up. This is going to be mostly turned up. This is going to be quite a bit turned up. It's going to be moved up a little bit. Trying to figure out where I wanted to start with it. I'm going to do this one. I do want to kind of squish it a little bit. Not that squishy though. If you need to stretch the arm a little bit, just paste the base pose in. That should get you plenty. Not worried about getting this leg to stretch as far as I need it to be without overdoing it. Well, actually, no, it won't be too much of a problem because I'm actually, after this frame, pushing her that direction a bit, so... Oh, wow, I forgot to turn off the light. Actually, I liked it more with the light on. Made it easier to tell definition. Okay, and so push her a little bit more, and not that way. A little bit more forward, but off to the side a bit more to fix the correctly. Positioning. Oh, that was weird. Let go a little more. As long as it looks good from this angle, and it does, we're fine. High. Keep the neck, keep the chest like that, check the neck out. want to get a little bit more oomph on the forward motion, so I'm actually going to pull her back a little bit here. That wobbly butt gets really weird. Oh, maybe not backwards. I think if I pace it pretty good, it'll work. This can bend a little bit. Just compared to the other shots, it can. I think I want to have the body drop a little bit here. Yeah, I'll do that. I need to bend this leg more, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Not without stretching it. You know what? I have an idea. Leg's not moving, but doesn't mean I can't have it lift a little bit. That's moving way too far though. That's probably because this doesn't seem right here. I do need to get Windows 10. That is on the to-do list. I know how to get it because I'm having the boot manager issues. Oh, that reminds me too. So I had the power supply thing. I haven't put that in yet. I actually got it today. But somebody actually sent me. I don't know who it was. Somebody sent me a donation that for saying to help out with that, which is really cool. So I don't know if the name on there is different than the name on here, but whoever did that, if you're on here, thank you very much. That was really sweet of you. So I did not expect that. So that was really nice. So yeah, that's hopefully we'll get that in the next day or so. So I don't have any. Well, that reminds me I should save it. So hopefully that I don't lose anything here. So yeah, but that was really nice. So thank you very much. I did not expect that at all. So it was pretty sweet of you. This is way too spread out. No, I've basically built my the computer, but I ran into the power supply not behaving, and if I put it under too much load, it can't support my computer. I did the math by way of the wattage that my current one has. It's plenty, but it's so old that it's not pumping out the same wattage that it used to, so that's why my math was off. I realized all that movement was done just on part of them. There we go. Why I went with two 970s? Because I wanted to. I mean, really. Plus, I have the it's having the more ports for video cards and or video. Because I've attempted to go to 3-card or things, and I have a TV that I need to hook up to every now and then. But yeah, it's kind of was a choice. Plus, I got a good deal on them. I got free stuff out of it, so. So I'm just going to do a... Well, this is still too slow, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. That's kind of curious on. Oh, that's cool. If I hold Alt at any time, it just suddenly becomes the Alt function, even if I didn't hold it when I first hit it. Okay, so the body motions are okay. Okay, that butt wiggle is gonna get. I can't. I need to get the maintain some of the joint. Whatever. It just seems way too wobbly of a butt. I don't know why the butt was made to wobble that much. Oh wait, let me. Okay, it's fairly okay once things settle. But still, I feel like, I mean, look how much this butt wobbles after she stops moving. It just keeps going. It's going. It's still technically going. Butt does not have. It should not have that much wobble. I mean, really, I guess I'd rather have it wobble too much because I can always reduce it. But that's a definite butt shake. All right, so. I feel that this needs to be tighter. Actually, no. Okay, so this is where it hits its peak. I want it to start dropping down pretty quickly after that to a position just below peak. I'm going to say right here. What that allows me to do is, so this is why I like doing drastic motions, is it allows me to hit a peak and then slowly drift down off that peak. I probably want to do it for the whole thing, not just a little bit. Here. As you can see, she goes down, and then her body kind of drifts down. It creates a little bit of extra motion, and I can always I can add a little bit extra of that to make it so it doesn't seem so forced, or such a forced slowdown anyway. One thing that isn't working though is her hoof here should be maintaining the same position. This is one frame? No, less than one frame. That's one frame before. See if I can just fix it with the cheating. Okay, and then she stops here. It's peak right there. Drag it in a bit more. So when she goes down, I'm going to take all of her motion here. I want to keep her main feet, or all of her main feet locked, because otherwise you will start drifting if I start playing with stuff like this. So all of her balls are locked. That sounded really weird when I said it. And I'm just going to have a little bit of motion start beforehand here. Oh, sorry, there's somebody a question here. Whenever the pointing eyebrows on the non-enhanced models, and zero it, the eyebrows always float in a very small distance away from the head. Well, for one, I haven't really worked much with the eyebrows other than with the enhanced. I never really put much time into them. In terms of the zeroing thing, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it's going to zero if you have it locked to the model to whatever its base position was, and if I remember right. But even then, I think the original eyebrows I have aren't even bone mergeable, so zero just didn't do anything. It just broke them completely. So it might not be all too much with how those are positioned, but if you zero them and they move them, just move them back. I mean, that's the most I can think of. I might not know who I'm talking about, but thank you. Okay, I see, and I won't, but thank you very much. That was really nice. Alright, so she... This is where we're going to do the... Oh, this is where I'm blending everything is. Okay. Okay, so right now... She's going down like this, but I want to have her head kind of... I don't want to look at the... I thought I had the bones... Oh, they're off now. Okay, that was weird. I want her to have her head... her head goes down. And you know what? Actually, I had it backwards. I kind of wanted to have her head... I thought I wanted her head the other direction, but... Apparently, actually, it works better this way. So I'm going to put the head to like that. Have the head, the neck go that way. There. I'm gonna get... It's like, as of right now, the only thing you can stare at is your butt, just because it's like, you move the camera here and suddenly the butt like goes freaking nuts. I wonder if I should have her... Okay, the peak of such is here. Alright, yeah, thanks for the compliment there. And there was I was actually talking with my brother the other day, and it was... I had this thing that was funny, he said, where... when he's work, you know, you have a vision in your head of what you're doing, like exactly what you want to do, and other people will kind of see, you know, what you've done, and they'll like, that's, you know, weird, that's not right, you know, that doesn't work. But when it's like, you know what it's going to look like at the end, and sometimes it's the steps along the way people just don't understand. Like some of these motions when I'm doing them, even when I look at them, I'm like, what the fuck, because it just doesn't look right. But you just know that you're like, yep, I know what it's going to look like, what you're working towards, and once you get to the end and people then see like, oh, now I see what I was doing. I think that's one of the reasons I like these streams, is so people can see, like, not just what the final product was, but all these little intricacies along the way that maybe don't look right, or like you would think wouldn't work, but then when you see it in the end, you're like, oh, well, that's why you did that, why that looked broken. You know, who cares sometimes on some of this stuff, but it was just interesting that it's sometimes what in your head is so just different than what you actually see until you actually complete it. You can hear I was kind of worried. I'm like, I don't know if some of the motions are going to work, but I trusted myself. I don't know if this motion is actually going to work. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. It seems too mechanical. I'm actually gonna see if I can have her chest stay up a little longer. I think that could work. What is the most fun and favorite animation that you did? If I'm going to answer that question, I have to actually go look at the things I've done. So give me a sec. Okay, because I forget what I've done, or I think about one and ends up not being. It's so hard because when I think about the things, like the stuff that I made before, it's a lot of it is there's certain parts of each one that I've really enjoyed more than others. Like I'll Fly, I almost enjoyed just because it was shorter. Being able to pump something out that was like that was pretty fun to make just something short. Luna's Banishment was just fun because to make something stupid. If I had to choose one though, I'd probably actually have to say Chemistry as of right now. The Full Metal Alchemist one, just because I tried a lot of new things in that I didn't expect to work and ended up working. Like, for example, here, I'm just gonna save this. Like, I could show you one thing that I did not expect to work and did, because I don't think I did it on the stream. Because I find a lot of satisfaction in trying things and trying new things and making it work. So I get bored if I'm doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I want to explore and expand, and I get some most joy in that. So I guess since Chemistry I tried the most new things in, that's probably why. Screw My House, yeah. The thing that sucks about it is, like, I like to be able to, like, put things out, and like those ones I like finished and then I kind of didn't do any. I had to like sit on them and because they were an anthology, which kind of sucked, but being able to see them live in front of the whole thing with the anthology, like with the Rocky one with Tiara getting punched in the face at the panel when they were premiering it, when they were like, when she was putting down Scootaloo, some guy yells from the audience, "Punch her in the face!" And I almost cracked up because I'm like, that's exactly what we're doing! And if you watch a recording of it, you can kind of hear the guy yell it. I don't know who that was, but yeah, that made my day. No, so this bit right here, making this work. And for some reason it's not working right now. Oh, I think I changed this model to do something else. Let me check this. What did I call that? Here it is. Is it a different skin, or is it that skin? No, it's definitely the first one. Did that to... I thought it would work here. Well, anyways, I kind of wish I would make that work because it's a good example of how to make SFM do things it's not made to do. Where is this texture? This has got to be in workshop. Okay, so this is water moving, or FX water A. Well, I'm looking at models. What am I doing? That's not even it either. Yeah, I didn't actually change anything in here, so I'm not sure why the thing isn't working now. They could have changed something. Oh, you know what? Actually, if I just do this. See if that works. Yeah, it worked. Okay. So I utilize the texture to make it, because I have this, like, in the original it has this texture kind of come in and splotches like this. I was trying to figure out a way to do it in SFM without having to do it in post. And so what I ended up doing, and I was so proud of myself for this, like, this is probably the most proud thing I've done ever on this, and it was, I have this gobo light. I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. Okay. So, the texture didn't work 100%, but at least get the example across. So this is the gobo light for the, this light, so for this. So it's just a light that has a texture attached to it. That's why you can see it here. It's moving around. I placed it with a water model. Oh, on. I don't want to move that. I broke it. Oh, no, you can't see it because it's light. There we go. Okay. So I took the water model of this thing, and it has a bunch of bones on it for the water. So I just made a whole bunch of these really jagged all around the center where the camera's going through, right here. And by doing that, I created a bunch of different layers that the light would go through first and not others. Then I modified the texture like I just did there so that it would act like a normal model and cause shadows. By doing that, and now this version doesn't work because it doesn't have the effects set up, but you can see how this model as the camera moves forward, it kind of slides into view with the light behind it. So it actually is taking these little spikes that are on this thing and going through it slowly so that it comes up in splotches instead, by using a shadow light. It was really, really interesting method in how to do it. And then even here, this is all the how this pops up is done with modifying the skin of that model. So when the smoke comes across, it'll change it. And then I just have it back up and the light fade away. The actual white text that comes up was done in After Effects, but all the rest here, this is all done in SFM. So it actually is effect that looks like it was done in post, but really it was done in SFM. So stuff like that, it's like it's when I can accomplish stuff like that, that's what makes these videos entertaining. It's not the animation, not even really making it. It was finding a limitation and then trying to find the ways to break it. How to get rid of multiple lights with the gobo light? Oh, like you mean how to utilize one light as a way to make multiple lights? And you could. It depends on how you want to do it. You can utilize gobo lights to create artificial shadows that aren't real. Like if you have light coming in through a blinds, you can make a texture that has blinds that look like it, as long as you don't have to show the light outside of that window. As long as it's just in that object, you can do something like that. But for trying to use one light to simulate more than one light, I'd rather just have more lights myself, because having one light controlling multiple points or whatever really wouldn't work that well. Personally, though. You're still looking from a specific angle. Oh, to remove the infinite image thing? Yeah, I can show you how to do that. That's pretty easy. Let me open up a new file. What is test of a feel? What the heck? Whatever. That, I guess, was apparently the last thing I opened. Whenever I go to like test something and I just need to make a file, I just go to new file and just go on the keyboard and hit enter. Well, I think it was in the void, wasn't I? Yeah, it was. Okay, so we're gonna make a light. We need to go to some kind of surface with it, and we will show what he means by infinite light. So as of right now, this light, lights by default aren't round. Well, kind of by default they are, if they have a texture applied to them. In this case, this light has a texture attached to it. I think, yeah, it's a gobo radial, so it's attaching a texture of a circle to it. If I were going to open this up and we were to open up that gobo radial, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to crash from memory issues here, but you can see this is what the flashlight, or this is what the texture that's applied to it is. If I wanted to, if I had a big white square, it would be just light in a square. That's how light is portrayed. This texture is just telling it to just do it in a circle. So you can apply any texture you want to it. But not all textures are built to be used as a light. So let's just like find some random, like I think the cracks one was the one that I always ran across. I know mine might be modified already. Yep, there's my outer spring space. Okay, let me open that again. I wanted to be on a new one, hopefully to stave that off, but apparently not. Zach Scott tutorials are awesome. There's nothing more fun than listening to a drunk guy try to tell you how to do something. Okay. Let's set this back up again. Okay. So we're gonna go and get our cracks set up again. I know it's a good ways down here. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna save this one, and it's easiest to see when things are infinite repeating when it's black, because whatever. So you can see that this texture is not just one; it creates an infinite number, and this starts to cause a perception issue. It makes it look like that's a plane that you can travel down, but really it's not. That's the flat plane. The light is just creating an artificial plane, so you can really cause some messed up 3D effects with things like that. So I've just been spinning like this, and it makes it look like I'm spinning a whole different way. So, but that's because this light is not set up for a light. It's set up for other uses. It's pretty easy to fix though. So first we need to figure out this light or this texture. So which one is this again? I gotta go find the name. Alright, so this one. So Ground Cracks Light 2, and that's from Dota. So we're gonna go to Dota. The easiest way to find these things by the name is it says right, it can't be under particle, no. So it's gonna be under materials, and then I'm just gonna type in the name up here. Ground Cracks. The further back the folder you do, the longer it takes, but if you go to the materials folder, it should be pretty quick. Ground Cracks Light 2. Ground Cracks Light 2. So right here, there's a couple different versions, but all we're actually needing to worry about is the VTF. The VMT is not actually used at all in these. It's just the VTF. So this is, we need Light 2. So if we open this one up in VTF Edit, you'll notice, yeah, you have yourself like that texture you're looking at. If you want to fix it so that it doesn't do that, it's actually just go and take everything that says clamp and clamp it. So there should be 4 of them. Clamp S, clamp T, clamp U, clamp all. If you do that and then save, and really it shouldn't have an effect on anything else to a degree, but if you can, you might want to save it as a separate texture just in case, like Gold Ground Cracks Light 2 clamped or something. Every time I say clamp, I just think of that guy from Futurama. Can I clamp him? And so now we're going to go back here, and now if I reload this texture, I think the gobos are included in the reload all textures. No, they're not. So, it should be. That did save, right? Oh, no, I didn't actually save it. That would be why. Cracks Light 2. Okay, now let's try this again. Still don't work. Come on. Let me see if... Oh, let me see if I can just if I manually do it. I don't know if it'll load VMTs, it might just do VTFs. There it goes. Yeah, I just had to do it manually. So yeah, now you see it's clamped. So now it is only in one spot. Success. So that's all it is, just hit them with all the clamps. But you can't actually do it looks like a material reload all materials. You have to do an actual specific mat reload for that one material. Which I recommend if you only change one material, do that anyways, because it's a lot less strain and time. If you do a single reload of a material, it takes a lot less time than compared to doing a full reload. So, good. That's it. That's it. It's pretty simple. I'm going to unclamp this just in case. And it should go back to normal. Come on. No, I don't really care. So, whatever. I'm probably never going to use that light again. So that's it. It's just clamps. Yeah, clamp, save, and reload. That's it. But that works for everything. And I think I've showed this before, but kind of want to show because I think this is like a super useful function of SFM that, or the gobo lights that isn't utilized much, and I've done it. I've used it for the Full Metal video a little bit and others too. So I am going to set this gobo texture. Let's choose something else. So let's go up to this other crack. I will make a crack in space-time. This one. So we have ourselves a gobo light that didn't set. I'm just gonna make a new one. Screw it. New light. It's up at the ceiling, isn't it? Yes. Get our gobos open again. I think this one I've already set to this because I've used this one a lot. No, this one is not set to clamp. But I'm pretty sure it's the same game. Oh yeah, actually here's another way to do this too. I forgot that there is another way if you don't want to modify the textures to do this. So repeated texture goes on forever, blah blah blah. If you actually turn this into an Uber light, it kind of instantly fixes it. But you lose some of the control of the light. That's because it's limiting it based on the width here and the height, which I believe are set to infinite on a non-Uber light, but are set to a restricted to about that normal range on here. So if depending on the texture, that can be a way to do it too. And here, this is the way I'm going to do it just because I'm lazy. So so I'm going to set, instead of using this as a actual like light, I'm going to set this as a volumetric because it still does the volumetrics like this. I'm going to do a new camera too. And where is, there we go. So you can kind of see the effect of what this does. Which I think I'm past that point just because I can't see where this is. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Add a couple layers to get rid of the... There. So this can also, like here, you could, if you put a really low light, you could create like beams of light coming down without the need for like super fancy other lights, or, you know, it's like, or like adding in noise. So I'm gonna back this up, and it's just gonna be visible no matter what I do, really. Okay, so where's the light? It's gonna be up there. So there it is. So I'm gonna take this light and we're gonna extend it. I need to put the cutoff higher for Z and max. And then increase the volumetric. The min. Drop the min a bit more. So here you go. You have yourself some like kind of beamed light coming down without having to worry about other stuff. And you can like take the light then and like rotate it over time if you so wished. To kind of create a like a effect of the light spinning in a room. So. So, and I think that's, yeah, I was thinking the Doctor Who crack too, yes. The thing is you're gonna have that crack look on the floor, but you can drop the intensity like to like minuscule. We'll drop it to like super tiny here. Why can't I drop you anymore? Oh, because I am in animate. So I'm going to drop it to like super tiny value, and then I'm going to take the volumetric intensity and like pump it way the hell up. And there, now I have the beams coming down, but no light on the floor. So it's kind of cool because you can create a artificial like beamed light coming through something. If you even wanted to, you could almost utilize that to like to the shape of a pony to create a shadow light coming past somebody at like a stronger value without having it shadowed. It doesn't work in animation, but if you kind of played with it, you might be able to make it that way. But the other thing you can do in this light, there's two of them, is I'll keep the lights on. Is if I drop down the minimum, I'm gonna change the rotation on this to 0, so it's straight up head. Okay. Alright, you can see if you kind of come from this angle, you can see all the different layers of the crack. But right from the crack's point of view is just the texture. So what we can do is shrink down. I'm going to make the cut on and cut off because they're sharper. I'm going to bring in this cut on and the cut off to just a sharp point so that this volumetric area is fairly small. There. Now if I give it time to render, that's the thing here. Where's my focal distance? It's hard to tell where things are because it's... You know what? Hell, I'll just turn aperture down to 0. This should be good enough. Alright, so it's kind of still blurry. I think it's still wide. It's still pretty wide. Do that, and I'll just put the normal intensity way up. It's the lights. We can kind of create a like floating crack in space. In space. And if you're really careful on the positioning, you could kind of make it work. And then, like, just as an example of how that's working, then I'm going to take a normal light and shine that. Round, so you can kind of see that that's floating in space, but it's not going to look very good in preview camera because you're not going to be. It's going to be so tiny. But I utilize that to make the pentagram float in the Full Metal one. I'm going to put the. We'll get this as tight as possible. So this is going to be 600, 800. There. Now you have like a really small crack. So it's kind of cool because you can make floating cracks that are there. It's like making a sprite that's within a 2D sprite within a 3D space, but you can expand it too, and make it go like that too. It's all up to you. And even if you want to, you can drop down the Z so that it looks like it's exploding out from a point. You can put it on the floor to make it look like the light's coming up through the floor like that, like a glowing crack thing. More light. Oh. I have no idea where I'm looking. What am I doing? Where did my light go? I'm so lost. Where's my light? I lost my light! Okay, I have a way to fix this. Got it. So, there. We can make it like the demons of hell. We'll have some fun with this. We'll make this red. And we will make... First, we'll take this light. We will remove the volumetrics. Oh, I can't... Damn it. Okay, I'd have to play with it a little more because of how it's coming out of the ground. I actually can't do it the way I wanted to do it. But we can, like, make this red. Where'd my light go? Who stole my light? I think I broke it. Oh no. Oh, there it's back. Why is this light not affected by color? I've made you red. Be red. Oh, it's probably knocked up by that one. Is that just there and I can't see it? Why are you no visible? I think I'm just having so many problems right now. See, somebody called this at the beginning. Oh, if I make it invisible and then make it visible again, it breaks it. That's weird. Oh, no. Let's use this one. Okay. Whatever. If it works, it works. We have a red. Super intense. Super. Slightly far Z. That's like way too intense. We're going to copy that same light, paste it, drop the intensity by a good bit more, and then we're going to extend it. No, I don't want to talk to you. I hate that it pops up there. Extend it a bit more. Cut off. Drop that intensity again. There, now it kind of extends further than that. Yeah, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Well, no, like I said, the whole point of doing these streams is to show is for asking questions. So if I can show random things like this, that's fine. That's exactly what I want to do, technically. Yeah, and that's kind of what I like about the recording thing, is that I know sometimes some of this goes fast, but that's the point of recording, so you can watch me in slow-mo. But then even like, I'm going to take these lights, I'm going to copy and paste, and we can have a crack party. But see, take the intensities for both these, zero them by quite a bit. Have them here. I'll copy that. Kind of did this for the statues in Remembrance. So I'm going to take the main two. Oops. And increase their brightness a bit more. Right, so now we have like multiple cracks burning from the ground, and one central one that's like blah. I hope you liked that story. Hell, if I wanted to, I could even do it like this. And is this the central one? Yes, it is. Negative lights usually don't behave too well, but yeah, it kind of creates a neat effect. So you can do that, and then we're going to put another one in there. It goes just a little further. Has a positive, but with a little bit of a blue to it. And we're going to push it a little bit backwards. So ensure it goes behind the darkened light. Probably drop the intensity on it a bit. Whoa. Forgot that has negative 2. Also, when it comes to like when I'm doing stuff like this, I actually learn a lot here too, like by playing around. See, that kind of creates a purplish with the black. So, neat things. Welcome to Pony. Okay, if you want Pony Hell, we will do Pony Hell. Who will run Pony? Oh no! It crashed. I was gonna put Spike in there. He seemed like the best culprit, but I lost it now, forever and ever. Oh wait, there's an autosave. Maybe we can still make our Pony Hell. Oh no, there's nowhere near as many lights. Might be enough though. Yay! Okay, we're still good. We're in business. We will take the spike. Young adult spike? No. There he is. There, we'll put Spike. And he will be all maniacal. Because that's what Spike does with him. Ooh. What are those legs? His thighs. Evils. Oh, no, not that bone apparently. Whatever. you're out. Everyone's coming in. Alright, now we need some emotions. It needs to be anger. No, it will be like creepy, wide-eyed. And it needs to be very happy. Not pucker. Is that as small as his pupils get? I'm kind of sad now. Do I like hide and stuff? His mouth needs to be open more. That'll work. You know what? Angry. Okay, and then we need fire. I don't even know what fire. I probably should find a fire. Let's get a fire. Let's do what was the one I always did before? Let's check the Dora particles, and I believe it was the base destruction effects. No, not that one. It was dire effects, that was it. Bad ancient, zero to destroy fire. Okay. Too many in this folder. I bet you I passed it like 4 times. It's not possible, but I probably did. Yep. Okay, so ancient 002. Destroy some of them. Destroy fire, yay! Okay. 060. Where's my there's? Okay. So now we have guys. Oh wait, still time's out. Stop timing out! Yeah. Perfect for Spike. Okay. So he's in a... Wow! Spike is a little overdoing it. Okay, that worked. And now we need a new light. Red light. Why do I always end up doing these like evil fire looking things? Because you guys are a bad influence. That's why. Behold, number one assistant. His best assistant. That's actually fucking creepy. Well, I need to give him a highlight so I can pull him on the other side a little bit. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that started with a whisper. I think it's this one I was looking for. Yeah. I don't know what. Yeah, that makes it pink. I have to make it like a red to keep it red. I think it's weird. Nah, I want to keep it red. It's funny when it's red. Ah! This is Spike. He summons the demons! What does he summon? Do I have demons? Yeah, there! He will summons the demons. He will summons the demo-mans. Where's the demons? Ah! Ah! The demon needs a light too. The demon is escaping. There. He summons the demons so that they can apparently polka dance together. See, they're dancing. Aw, hold on, we need to put the demon closer. Demon needs a hug. Okay. There now. Now the demon will dance with the guy. They're dancing. Demo is a Spike fan. Wait, I will animate them spitting. Look at this. What have I done? And I will always love you. I need to burn. I can't even say I need to burn this because it's about as much burning as I can do. Okay, maybe a little bit more fire. Yeah. Disco Inferno. That's actually pretty cool when you put it that many. I'll have to remember that. That's actually pretty awesome. And it's fitting. They are together. Alright, but yeah, that's actually, I will have to remember. See, this is what I learned things. If I take this fire effect and I add a crap load of it, it's actually a pretty cool looking fire. I wonder if that works in slow-mo. Wow. That actually looks pretty good in slow-mo, too. And I'm pretty sure the bit rate's not going to show it in the recording, how smooth it is, but it's actually really smooth. It has some pixelation on it. Oh! Yeah, that actually looks pretty good in slow-mo. Good things we learn. If you want to learn something, kids, just start a dragon and his best friend on fire. Yeah, in a way, I guess. Okay. We will... You know, I'm gonna save this just because. I don't know why. Save it as fast as it feels. No, I do that, and then like a year later, I look at it and go, "What the hell is that?" We're gonna call this Spike Demon Dance. I'm gonna put this in other. There. We now have this forever. So let me move my camera so it's. You know what? That's actually a good camera angle. We'll keep it there. How do you how do you slow-mo? It's actually pretty easy. It's not really well. It depends. Are you talking about slow-mo preview or slow-mo video? Because there's actually two different ways to do it. And I can show both ways. The one way is touchy. Because when you hit the play button, it just moves forward at whatever speed, and but it's the exact same thing as hitting period. Period is play forward, comma is play backwards. So you can hit them to kind of preview either direction. If you hit them multiple times, you can start to speed it up. So if you hit it once forward, one speed, 2x, 3x, 4x. But just the same as that. If you hold control and you do it, it halves speed. So regular speed, half speed, quarter speed, eighth speed, 16th speed, 32nd speed, 64th speed. So this is moving forward just really, really slow. So, and that does come in handy. You can also just do the same thing backwards. But do know that particles only work going forward. Most, if not all of them, do not work going backwards because it has to calculate at checkpoints as to what things happen, and so going in reverse, it doesn't have the checkpoints to work from. So, but if you actually want to slow down a clip, instead of selecting everything in a shot, if you actually want to make a shot slow-mo that is already in normal speed, you can actually right-click it, go to Edit Clip, and set time scale, and you can actually slow this clip down or speed it up. So if I do 2x, it's saying this is at 2 now. So everything that's in this shot now goes twice as fast. That's why you now know that, see that the camera stops when really that should have been, it only ends, supposed to end about here, but it's going to keep going. But I can also do the same thing and say edit clip, set time scale 0.5, and now it's at half speed. And so you can change the speed of a clip without actually making any direct changes to it. And yeah, you can tell where the scale was. I was doing it from the start. That's why I was pushing it past the end. And the change duration button would change the size of this to fit what it was. So if I go back to 1 and then go to set time scale, change duration, say 2, it'll now have it because it's going to change it to fit the full shot into that now. I tried using that just to cause a quick slow-mo for particles without having to actually modify the particles themselves timescales. Problem is that say I did it, a particle went from whatever time to this point. You know, at this point I wanted him to slow down, so I split the shot. If you go and do a timescale change, it changes how they or what time they activate, so it won't have a smooth slowdown. I tried doing it with something else and it did not work. So if you're gonna do a normal slowdown like that, you're probably if you retime the particle, you might get it to work, but otherwise it doesn't work quite that way. Or can you? What is that? A Control Shift Alt. Ah, that also works for doing the scale change. That's pretty neat. I kind of like having flat values, but that actually is kind of neat to be able to do. But I've never had an occurrence that I needed to change the time scale of a shot. But doesn't mean that doesn't have some kind of use. So if you if you have a reason for doing it, it's why not? It's a tool that is available to you. Oh, and if you go here to bake time scale, the time scale that you changed will be changed to 1, and all the speed will still maintain, but that was changed to. It's basically locking in the scale of 1. So, but I haven't actually played with any of these other things for like offset and overlays and stuff. And set fade times, I prefer to just fade myself in post. Oh, the arrow keys just... There's a couple cool little features with some of the arrow keys and stuff. So like the left and right just goes 1 frame left and right. If you hold control, it'll jump it forward. In this case, I think it's by 15 frames. Or is it half a second? I'm not sure because I'm doing it by if I'm at 24 or 30. I think this is 30. Not bolster settings. I'm running at 30, so it's jumping at by 15 frames. Well, I just think a period and comma. I guess the less than and greater than symbols are more fitting, but yes. So, how's this looking so far? We haven't done that animation yet. Oh, here kind of did like a Twitch thing for that. That's kind of awesome. Might keep it. I might decrease the motion a little bit, or slow down that head jerk, because I think it's a little bit strong. But I wanted to make it strong to begin with, and I can always reduce it. Yeah, I saw that. The control shift alt, I kind of showed it there. So yeah, it's neat that you can do that. I did want to change her so that just legs, okay. Something to give motion to her. And the nice thing is because of how this is, like, because I threw her. Whoa. I'm using this motion to give her a little bit of life to move forward. It doesn't mean that I have to keep utilizing, or she has to move only that way. I can take this from here to here, and I'm just going to take, so she stops here. I'm going to take this motion right here. I'm going to playhead that so that by the end here, it's just a little bit of extra motion. If anything, I can have it just slide right into the her standing. You don't always have to make them look alive. Just constantly add new motion. Just take an old motion, like even here. I'm just gonna take the. Say from here. Yeah, just a little thing. That's all that matters. And as of right now, she looks like she's really standing still, but when you add in the wind effects, add in like the breeze going through all the feathers, the breeze going through tail, hair, everything, that'll really start pumping up some of the realism there. And really, the motions that she has here are fairly I shouldn't have to worry about anything with it. So yeah, I mean, really, I could start kind of doing that now. I kind of want to figure out the tail positioning, because that's going to be something that is going to be locked in. So if the breeze is blowing the tail, I'm going to show it, put it kind of out like this. Okay, now I need to set up a wavy tail animation. So I'm going to take and hide that. I'm going to take the motion for the tail and put it kind of at an extreme, so up there. I'm going to turn this up more. Put this up more. And then at these midpoints, I'm going to take this and turn them down. More and a little bit more. Okay. forgot to copy something. Yes, I did. Oopsie. I only copied one bit here. Not all three. Okay. Now let's try this again. Okay, that should work. Now I did the drastic motions for this because now I can take and just take tail 2 and 3. There's more motion at the front of this one than the last half. Oh, I didn't copy all 3 of them again. I caught it early that time. Stupid. There. Okay. It's kind of like a puppy. She's happy. Okay, so going to take everything that's there. We're gonna push this. Well, yeah, push it forward. So we're gonna delay it by like a good amount. I'm gonna say by that. So that was a delay at about just under 1/4. So I'm going to delay this one by about the same. There we go. We have a nice, pretty tail animation. And it's pretty simple to do. The only thing is I probably would take the positioning here, not tail 1, but I'm going to take tail 2's position, and I'm going to say drag it this way, and then drag it this way. Just not much, just a little bit. Okay. Now, where does this work? So, at this point, it's stretching. Okay, so this is at its peak. So I kind of want to have it be like that, yeah. Yeah, I do. I try to do any motion. The base motion for the tail is doing that because it's super easy. It's like super simple to be able to get nice, good, quick animation that looks fluid. Because really, all it should be is that a rotation affects the next one and affects the next one and affects the next one, but just in a little delayed scale. If you want to add like kind of a whipping look to it with the wind, that's a little different. But like, technically here, the tail, I believe, should be turning a bit more. Because right now it's still in kind of in place. Which really kind of works, but what I'm going to do instead, and I got to be a little bit more careful on this, can I drag this? Yes. So I'm going to play with just the position of this, because then, nice thing about it, if I separate the position, is I can do it completely separately. So I'm going to just drag this to the side here. Does that work? Or do I need to delay that? Maybe even earlier. Oh, actually, it might work earlier. anything, I might have to take... Okay, so this is the peak where it hits. I want to have it hit that faster, so I'm going to take this right here. I'm going to delay it like that. Okay, I'm going to take all the animation there, and I want to make it so that this part right here, from here to here, is quicker. So first I need to figure out where my limits are. So it's this to this. Bam. Copy over the excess. See if that works better. And now it feels like the wind takes it a little bit. Instead of just having it like a swinging motion, it feels like something's actually blowing at it. Okay, I'm kind of curious what you... This is a smile. Okay. I am going to say that motion is basically good, so I'm going to copy it across. And actually, that speed is almost okay. I might grab a certain parts of it and speed it up a bit. Hence, I'm going to create a little bit of excess here. Make sure all these go through. Yeah. So how does it look if it's sped up? Okay. Because now, because it's fairly drastic, I can take that a little further and like I can add in a stronger breeze by like say I took this section right here, or when it comes to whip through I can grab it and shrink it. And then you can kind of just do a quick blend, and so you can speed things up to kind of create a gust of wind. But I have a lot of other things around her that are also going to be in a wind effect. So before I determine where I want to have her gusting, I want to have everything gusting. So I can grab, if I want to have all this grass have a general area that they have a gust from, then delay all of it so it looks like the gust comes from a direction, and then when it passes her, make the gust on her at that point too. So it actually creates kind of a volumetric effect of like everything around her is interacting in the same way, other than just having the wind hitting her separate than everything else. I kind of did an effect with Celestia thing, but I didn't really like the way it turned out. But it was my first time trying it, and I've learned a lot since then, so I can utilize a bit more. So it's a pretty good effect, though. And this is actually why I like the Rainbow Dashers model, because if I were to do that same tail effect on anybody else, it probably wouldn't look that good. It's just these little bits at the end here create a really nice effect, and I probably will refine them a bit too, but you can see without having them, which a lot of other tails would have, that's what it would look like. Pretty stiff. But the jiggles on her butt are so good. All of the butt. She's got so many jiggles. How to become pro horse animator? Practice, practice, practice. Have this sad number of 5,466 hours. I'll see you later, Lex. Wow, this stream's going fast. Like it's already 9 o'clock. A little more time though. So I'll have to add a little bit extra thing here. I thought about having it so that at this point have her take off at 16 probably. Ooh, actually, I'm going to delay her a little bit here. If I delay her just a little bit, I can get her to time with the music. Oh, earlier. Yep, there we go. But I thought about having her fly away, because if I did, I could take the camera, and I'm not sure if it'll work, but mainly because I'd have to be careful as to how the positioning goes. But I could have it come down after her and do like a like kind of like that. Very poor what I was thinking, but because then you can have it kind of go aim down. Then I probably have to also create kind of a like that. Not quite like that, but like that. So she went to go fly and take off. Have it a cool effect of having the camera come in. It's kind of as a maybe, but otherwise I'm just going to have her take off and fly away. And I'm going to have like as of right now, I didn't add any lights. Why is this broken now? Every now and then these maps just like suddenly don't behave for the volumetrics. You can see like the layers of it. And if I remove a light, it fixes it. But if I want to try something, if I delete this light, no, it didn't even fix it. That's weird. Yeah, maybe if I reload it. Oh, it's probably because I'm also running at 8 layers now instead of 16. That's doing it. Okay. Because it actually will every now and then cause there'll be a glitch where if you hit a certain amount of lights, shadowed or not, you'll actually start seeing everything with only 8 rendered layers. Like this. Where you can see these lines of where the layers are for volumetrics. And I hate that. And I was afraid in some stuff that I would hit that limit early on that turntable thing, but I thankfully didn't. For some reason, even after 100 something lights. But I tried decreasing my amount of volumetric lights or something, it just wasn't fixing it. So, what was I do here? Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Because, as of right now, like, I kind of wanted to have a fog going through here, but I'm afraid of how a fog's... Well, as long as it's not in the skybox, it should look okay. I'm just afraid of how it's going to look, but I know the perfect particle effect for that. It's the one that I made. There's that one, but that's not what I'm looking for. Is it just clouds? No, that wasn't it. What? Smoke. Yeah, I found it. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Probably this one though. Ground smoke rectangle. Why did that open? Oh, I don't know. They're probably there. Oh no, that time. Bleh. Oh, that's not set to. Whoa. Why does it do that? Pretty cool, but not what I wanted to do. Box, use local space. Okay, for some reason it's broken. Yeah, I think this is the one I use in Offline. Well, actually, this was technically used for Destiny. The hallways on. Not so big. The hallways back here. It's hard to see because I tried it was supposed to be subtle, but this is the exact particle effect that's filling this area. Down these long entranceways where it kind of cuts off suddenly at the end, so I wanted to use it as a way to try to make it feel like it's drifting into nothingness. So that's why it's shaped like this. But that should let me now rotate this. Yes. So I need to have this fill up a much bigger space. Probably, I wouldn't say 10 times, but I'll say maybe 5 times. So I'll say 4, 0, 4, 0. Gojira. 0, 1, 0. Size-wise, this is gonna be much bigger. I'm gonna make a bigger variety though, 50. And we're gonna decrease the count. The random force, but it's not really doing anything. Let's emit instantly. I want to have these emit continuously. Actually, I'm going to keep it instantly though. So instantly spawn 1,000. Lifetime random. So we're gonna call the lifetime alpha, fade, and decay. We'll do a lifetime of 3 to 15 seconds. fade in simple. Fade out simple too. We'll give a movement. Actually, we're gonna give a velocity random. We'll give it anywhere from 0, 1,000, 0. Let's see what 1,000, not 10,000. Why are you not moving? Oh, that's why I'm doing the coordinate system, not the actual speed. So we'll do 1,000. It's still not moving. You're only doing it when you spawn? What? I hate playing with oscillation, so that's why I don't want to do anything with that. It's probably because there's no actual speed or no actual motion. Otherwise, they're just doing it when they spawn in. This is 5,000. No, too much still. I'll do 1,000. If anything, I'm gonna do some that are just slightly reverse. I think I have to get rid of this then. I'm just going to do it for now so I can kind of figure out positioning. Okay, because of that count change, I'm going to have this emit faster. Decrease the amount that spawn instantly. It still keeps going up. Let's try decreasing life to 8 seconds from 2 seconds. Am I hitting my cap yet? They're still. Yes, I do, but very close. So I'm going to decrease this to 400. Number to emit, we'll do this with 200. Still too many. We'll add some rotation random. Oh, that's an initializer. I think I already have rotation random on there. Yep. So instead I want rotation spin roll random. It's too fast. Lifetime 2 seconds is too short. Wrong button. They just keep coming. Particles always just are trial and error. Still spawning. Hits its max there. I kind of want to get some color in there so I know what that's going to look like. And what else do I want to do with that? Oh. Let's do it through the initializer. It's a lot easier that way. Make them harder to see, so we'll do 100 and 10. So technically they're going the wrong way. But it didn't change anything. Well, yeah, I guess the random force isn't going to work, or velocity random isn't going to work if I don't have the actual direction to pick. But that should have spun its direction around. What direction is it going around? It's going that way. Probably move this over there. Yeah, alpha is in general what you would consider to be opacity. Oh, this is why random force isn't working, because it's just adding a random force on a direction. Oh no, that's why, because it should be negative 2000. Positive 100. That's why. That should flip it. Yes. No. Three, four. A little shorter, a little wider. Okay. Turn it just a little bit so that it's higher on the one side. And I'm going to change the alpha a bit more. I'm going to have it. The UI does not like deletes sometimes. I hate that. Normal particle cutter is fine. This one, not so much. Okay. Alright, so that smoke actually moves. Though I think it starts pretty light and it gets pretty heavy. I think I might add a little bit more yellow to it. It's looking pretty good now. Yeah, Rainbow don't give a shit. Okay, anyway, it's past 9, and I actually had some stuff I needed to do, so that will be this for now. Let's close that. So this is what I have for now. Whoa. Yeah, for the shot that doesn't matter. It's like so little done, but it's taken so much time. So, and still I gotta fix some of the grass here. You can see the edge here and here. I want to make it so the grass actually goes right up to that edge, so that it kind of is like this. I want some ambiance. So, ooh, this is smoke particles. I need to have the pretties. There. Well, technically, for how bright that is, I think I might need to buff this lighting up a little bit around here. But it's all a balance. I usually get something to where I like in one part, then do another part, balance them two together, then add another part, balance the three together until you get a finished product. So, so tonight I will. Oh, I just realized I had 2 left. So, I will head out. I will be back on Friday, doing the whole, more of this probably, and all that crap. So, I will see you guys later, and thanks for all the support and love and the ideas for making stupid stuff like Spike and Demo dancing together. It was a beautiful thing. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.